Legendary teams, major players, and electrifying tactical action are back in CSGO Regional Major Rankings 2021. From June 27th till July 4th, 10 teams will clash in the thrilling showdown for the prize pool of $100,000 and slots at the PGL Major Stockholm 2021. Who will win more rounds? Who will show the most furious play? And who will claim the major prize? Find out at the CSGO Regional Major Rankings 2021. And don't forget to reload.
Well, we get back into it again at map number 3 of our opening series today. Remember, we've got a few more games coming up. There's also a game that just concluded, I believe, on the secondary stream. I think Gambit should have taken that 2-0. I didn't actually look at the final score, but it was pretty lopsided the last time I did. So I'm just going to assume, Jason.
They did indeed take it 2-0.
Right,
you're getting away with one this time, Matt.
Nice. I think that one was pretty clear cut.
Yeah.
Ours is not as clear cut as Entropiq, will go once again against 100PingGods, and they've looked pretty decent today considering they're the underdog in this series. And as you mentioned yesterday, they had a good performance against Virtus Pro on this map.
Yeah, they took not only a good performance, they took the entire map away from them, and that was the third map and deciding map in the series that got them an upset win. So you have to be happy with that if you're 100PingGods, and you have to be happy with having it as the third map again today here against Entropiq. And now Overpass isn't exactly a weak map for Entropiq, at least statistically. They've got like a 63% win rate on it. They've taken some decent scalps. They're nothing special on it, but it's a map that can be competitive on it. And at least in this series so far, from what I've seen between these two teams, is even when they're not comfortable on a map, like neither of these teams is good enough to really overcome the skill of their opposition, even if their opposition isn't exactly playing the best Counter-Strike or having the best setups. This feels like two teams that are relatively evenly matched and are having a good battle here. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun, especially considering the level we saw Nickelback at, especially considering the AWPing that we've seen at a Smiley on 100PingGods. There's a lot of things to look out for here on this map.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know that the AWP can be so powerful, especially if you've got one that's quick on your team, because A-site, all the different angles toward the bathrooms, toward long, there's a lot of angles you can very quickly attack on. So we'll see how it goes. Right now, though, we are going to see Ilian, who is the AWP player, obviously, for Entropiq, getting a little bit more aggressive out toward mid, spots up Duke, and then decides to fall back. So a bit of information, but no one to trade off of, no one else being aggressive. Instead, this is more of a B stack. I won't say full stack, but a lopsided B play. You can see Forrester trying to take that to his advantage as well as Lackey looks out toward Monster. So they're looking for the information, but right now, not a lot of it as Nickelback spams through wood. And this can be a B hit.
Yeah, they can keep up this emphasis on the defense as well, because Elliot hasn't spotted anything over at A. They're happy to keep 4 players here, and here we go.
In we go, indeed. Lackey behind barrels. Oh, that's an awkward exchange. Finally, someone puts Lackey down. Sorrow's going to capitalize on Nickelback, but unfortunately, it's going to be the CTs that are coming out worse for wear. Forrester, good shot on Duke, but Smiley has Crad, who desperately tried to yeet himself. Yes, I said it. I can be a zoomer sometimes, too. Yeet himself into the bomb site. Didn't really work out for him. I'd say that yeet went like sheet as Forrester tries to walk in. Winter's going to get him, shoots him in the face from down below, and Ilian's going to back off on this one. Doesn't have much to lose here. Does have armor, which is justifiably worth it, but Sorrow's on low HP. If he can get one kill on a player pushing him right now, there's still enough time, even without the kit, to go for this, but they're smarter than that on 100PingGods, I say, as Sorrow peaks.
Yeah, don't worry. There's no chance. Man, that's the worst feeling ever. 4 players stacked at this bomb site, still couldn't close it out. The players in the back, like up in heaven, they had one player over towards Graffiti. Those guys, did a decent enough job. It was those 2 players close up, couldn't land the shots, couldn't get those kills. By the way, not easy when you have smokes and flashes coming over and a bunch of Glocks rushing at you. So nice pistol round there from 100PG. They're going to take it 1-0. And we'll see if they can convert, because that has been one area where both teams have struggled with today, is converting after pistol round wins.
Yeah, it's shocking, really. I mean, that's... Vitality used to do this, like back in, remember, like 2017, 2018? And honestly, in my opinion, it was one of the things holding them back from, like, winning a significant number of series. Possibly even events. I think Chicago, you think back, there was a particular event that, like, they lost every anti-eco situation possible. Like,
every second round after winning pistol.
Oh, it's foolish.
Those years are hazy. They're all fuzzy.
That's what happens with age.
Yeah.
Both of us in that way now.
Yeah, we're getting up there. Another 4-man stack at the B bomb site for the defense. Crad does have a flashbang, so when this smoke clears, he could pop them over to see if there's any information, anyone lining up outside of B. Gonna hold on to it for now. He can also use that towards short sewers as well. Alien still hasn't spotted anyone at the A site lurking up highway or bathrooms or long, so no reason to bust up this stack just yet.
Just gonna go flash. Nice shot. Nice play. Great timing. Nickelback, no mistake as well. He definitely has the aim of everyone on Entropiq right now. Nickelback seems to be the most consistent with his aim, and he's got the Galil picked up. Once again, we're seeing ourselves with the Eco getting the opening kill. Tough position for Forrester to be in with Crad down as well. Flashed off, can't close the kill. Good amount of damage done, though, and that time he'll take down Iceman as a result. Follows it up. Soro's gone, AK in his hands, and 3 kills in a row from behind the truck. What did we just say, Jason?
Yeah, that's so brutal. That's really, really hard. And obviously, a good pop flash setup from Crad over towards short. It felt like there was really almost no reason to be that aggressive towards short if you're the one player at the B bomb site. The next tough part is Nickelback coming up on the flank. There's one player, I believe it was Smiley at the divider, who is using his nades for support to help them take the A bomb site. It's his responsibility to watch the flank, but it's also his responsibility to throw the support nades that they'll definitely lose if they don't have. So he's really, really stuck with a tough decision, and that's a good win from Entropiq. Again, just another they win another low buy. It's happened time and again.
I don't know how Forrester is able to stay there as well, getting damage into them. 2 players clearly cross his line of sight, and then he's flashed off and not, like, taken out of the picture. I feel like the other player at front A could have just swung in and killed him at that point.
It depends on what they were seeing, because remember, Entropiq got the read. Once they clear out short, they rotated over. So I mean, if you're a 100PG player trying to enter into that A bomb site, you might be seeing more than just Forrester getting the kills in that corner, right? They might be fighting someone at headshot, might be fighting someone at bank. There's a ton of crossfires that can be used from dice boxes. So that was a scrappy round that obviously just didn't fall in the favor of 100PG.
So Smiley with the scout this time, trying to look toward the A site. Didn't even hear a shot come in, but he was glowing in red, and he's gone down now to 32. So he was tagged up, well, presumably by Ilian. Got the scout inside of A. He's now looking out toward bathrooms at this point as well, and he might have a chance to fire one more shot. Soro's getting close. Has to be a little bit careful here not to overextend. Soro doesn't even have to peek. Great shot from Duke. Nickelback's tasked with covering off Crad. That's not even going to happen. Are we going to see a return? Are we going to see an Eco win again as Nickelback's flash shortly? He goes down. Here's the wrapping in behind him, and he will. Forrester's gone as well in this, and it's on to Lackey. And I would say this round was lacking.
Ooh, nice.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's it's not looking great. And again, I mean, a lot of space being given up, a lot of room for 100PingGods to work their way through bathrooms, and maybe that changes when different guns come out, when more utility is in the hands of the defensive side. But 100PG kind of get to just walk up and execute onto the bomb site. They get a lot of free territory and a lot of space to work with. Even that final Galil is taken away from the CT side. So 2-1 as we go back and forth in an economic seesaw battle.
Ooh, I like that.
Seesaw is the
Could you say it's
worst
as up
of the
and down
playground
as-
toys.
Oh, well, yeah, well, a lot of people get hurt. The merry-go-round can be up there as well. Both of those things, seesaws and merry-go-rounds, apply to this economy, and maybe that's because this economy is run by crypto, because it's pretty up and down right now.
Oh, yeah, it's hurting. It's rough out there, Matt, with everything.
I wouldn't even know. I fear for Henry G, though.
I don't. I have no fear. He's going to be just fine.
Yeah, I think he is. He's probably doing all right. Ilian does look to long. Duke has the headshot with the AK-47. Lackey's going to respond, though, and take down Winter, so we do sit 4 aside, and Lackey smoke toward Monster, buy a little bit of space for the CTs, but there's pressure on both sides of the map right now, including nades, so there's really not much of a read for the CTs, and they're forced to turtle again. Entropiq so deep inside the A site, and when you're up against guns, sure, this worked on the Eco when they were able to rotate back on the take, but it's a map where you want to get CT information. That's information. Crad, gonna wait and make sure there's not more than one. There isn't. He wants the knife as well just to get the extra money. Takes the AK. Pretty smart overall. Door's gonna open. Oh, he gets it back just in time. Great shot. I thought the AK wasn't gonna be drawn and ready, but somehow Smiley was not fast enough. And it might be Eco. This would be, what, double reverse Eco now?
Yeah, it's, well, you know, it's back and forth 4 rounds in a row. That's how I like to do it. I don't like to get fancy with these things.
Yeah, I got a little too fancy there and just turned into a broken record. So
it's good though. It's good. No one really experiences the broken record anymore. So it's nice that you gotta give the people that.
All these Zoomers in chat are like, what? What does that mean? If you dropped your iPod on the ground and it went, that's what we'll call it. The dropped iPod.
I don't even think dropped iPods do that. I think that is a sensation. That is something of life that the next generation just does never have to deal with.
Spoiled.
They've gotten away with one. I know. Here we go. 2-2. As Iceman and Duke save their AK-47s. Neither team being able to take complete control of this situation. And Entropiq have a chance at it. Whoop.
Hit him with the shank. Good second kill as well, dropping that bomb down as soon as he gets that AK. I mean, that's just unfortunate. You got to check your corners, especially when you're up against ecos. You know they're going to be doing something cheeky to try and get those angles with pistols.
Oh, do we have a B rush? Nope, they slow it down. 2 players in the short tunnels. Standard utility to slow down any fast play. And it's the 2 AK-47s going to work. Forrester gets a pop flash, almost found a perfect timing on it. It's not quite there. Turning the corner. Iceman wants the battle, and he's got it.
It's a start, not a finish. Thoro's going to get taken down. Flash assist actually from his teammate. So Winter, team flash, making things a little bit easier for Lackey, who's not done there. He's going to take down Smiley as well, and Nickelback's going to come over toward the ramp side of the bomb site and make sure that Sandbags has no access. It's all on the Duke. He can't hit the shot. Nickelback goes aggressive. Entropiq are the first team to string 2 rounds together back-to-back in this game, and as a result, they've taken a 3-2 lead.
3-2 lead and control the economy as well. AWP is going to be out for Elian. And I mean, for 100PG, they didn't get enough damage done that round, so back to Glocks, no armor. Not a whole lot of danger. Oh, excuse me. They just picked up a couple deagles right at the end. But still, it's not a whole lot to fight with. You're going to hope for just some 1 deag headshots. Don't even have utility to put yourself in good positions, good fights. And Elian's going to start getting a bit aggressive, a bit assertive in bathrooms.
We play Nickelback from the MP9s. Not even done there. Boy, this guy's relentless. I wonder what his favorite song by Nickelback. Like, surely he has to be named after that, right? He's got to be a fan of the band.
I don't actually know.
I'm just going to assume that he is.
Did Nickelback have like a time in like the Russian charts that was like
probably they were pretty big internationally for a while.
Okay.
Iceman's going to be the last alive. 1 versus 5 with a deagle. He's all the way back through CT spawn, but I think that'll be figured out by process of elimination and timing here shortly.
I don't know. Lackey's got knife out.
I don't think so either, because he has gone right by them, and they're back in the A site. He's going to catch them all. Okay, that's not the best aim, but he's got an M4. Now they're all turning their attention towards him. He's still got 2 out of this. Where's the third? Yeah, there's the AWP shot. That's a miss, and now it's an AK. Ilian gives himself away. If he was patient with his trigger there, they wouldn't have, Iceman wouldn't have looked that direction quite so quickly, but makes good on the second shot, and now it's 4-2. Costly, though.
Could have been way more costly. If he'd been able to get that AWP, that would have been a massive win for 100PG and Iceman. But good job just getting the 2. Lackey getting caught off guard in CT spawn. They're going to be questioning how exactly he got there. But finally, we get to a full buy for both teams. AK's on the board. They are now the scary part. If you're 100PG, you've got 4 flashbangs to work with. There's a lot of angles that you have to worry about Elian with these AWP. If you don't have all the flashes for it, he's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
That aggressive, very aggressive. But he won't be smiling as Smiley takes him down. Elian's going to get 1 back at least. Needs to be slightly careful on this. Does still have support right now from Nickelback. And that's where that flash came from. I thought Elian would hit the up-close shot, but Nickelback now need a little bit late. I think Smiley's going to run away from that one and stay well alive in this round. Lackey's figured out that winter is coming.
Ooh, this is a big play.
On the hunt.
Yeah, this is great. Low HP. There's 1. Again. Oh, he's got it. The mobility of the SMG, the low HP on Smiley, and Nickelback picks up 2 softened up players. Now, Forrester's in an odd position because he's in the middle of the map, so he's got quick access to really anywhere he wants to go, but he's not able to find the information just yet of where Sorrow's headed. Might hear these footsteps any second now.
Forrester pushing. Easy catch as the bomb will go down as well. Not that it matters because every player on the map's down. So that gets you a win too. You know, you can kill people every now and then. It's fine. In video games, don't do it in real life, please, people. 5-2. That's awkward. This is why I'm a commentator and have absolutely no influence on the world otherwise, Jason. It would be horrible.
Yeah, I was going to say. Glad you qualified that statement.
Yeah, I thought about that one for a second. Better clear that up.
5-2, 3-round lead for Entropiq. Little bit of a boost action towards the B-bomb site. To peer towards the door, blown open. Smiley's just past the danger zone. Danger zone! Elian with the AWP in towards Highway wants to get in front of that smoke for 1 kill, and now gonna back away. And he's got plenty of help from Krad.
We're already hitting this level. We're just gonna go downhill more and more. I can tell. Alien already up close, bathrooms, AWP in hand. Watch the mini-map behind him as well because Krad is the safety net in this play. He doesn't actually go for the peak. Smartly falls off of it. Somehow got very uncomfortable. Spidey sense tingling. Probably heard the nade pin pull on my end, but they're more listening to the sound, and they're just going to go hunting without clearing sign. And as a result of that, Krad's left unchecked, and it's another round, 6-2 for Entropiq.
Yeah, even though Krad wasn't kind of swinging out wide at all, Nickelback was there at the headshot angle to at least take one. Give Elian some safety to tuck into that corner, and obviously a difficult crossfire. Yeah, they turned that corner, but I mean, not in a round like that, you're kind of just so focused on that first kill, and it's like, okay, let's see what we can get before we really worry about clearing everything perfectly. 4-round lead for the defense, AKs, and an AWP back in the hands of Smiley, and this is the best buy that 100PingGods have had in some time. This time, the op for Entropiq on Elian is going to start out towards short. Krad is alone at the danger stairs, and Forrester finds a kill with the boost.
Krad's going to fall off of it now immediately after getting that opening pick. They don't need to get caught out being overextended by any stretch of the imagination, or quite literally. In fact, it wasn't really a stretch. It was a stretch of the map as they ran all the way down long. But now they'll support this up. This is smart. They'll leave a good rotation position as well for Nickelback. He can go either way, playing from jungle at this point. In fact, he's still looking for sandbag information, and jumping on this as Ilian also goes back to find more because things have slowed down enough now that they don't have a read. They will in a second. Ooh, spotted the jump. Yep, Krad saw that. He's not going to re-peek that. AWP is out toward the front of the bathrooms. Can't really justify trying to go for a one-on-one peek against it. Shoulder baits a shot out. That's pretty ballsy considering. Krad's going to easily spot shoulder, but even though it was a right eye peek, Duke's got the shot back on Krad. Alien's down to 2. Rotation's already given, though. I mentioned Nickelback was playing in a position at jungle that he could get on the horse immediately, and Forrester's actually going to join him in this. No one at bank. Headshot position and headshot acquired. Removed immediately. No nade came through to the back stairs, though, and that leaves Ilian alive with the AWP. It's allowed Nickelback to slide inside of the site. He finds one more, but it's down to a 2-on-1. Excuse me. Ilian is still alive in this with 2 HP. He's got that up, but he's caught off. Great shot, Zoro. Surely that's going to be the round. Ilian's got to go through a smoke. 11 seconds, commits to the bomb plant. Doesn't have the wall bang lined up perfectly on the boxes. And they may not have a read as to what his HP is, but they've definitely got the advantage, and I think it's going to be a save. Despite that there's decent money, might as well get everyone padded up a little bit in the bank. Yeah, that spam through the smoke at the end from Elian was about the only Hail Mary he had left to do. That's a tough round. And Entropiq, I mean, they had the correct number of bodies. Like, they had enough people going over to assist it. Again, it just felt like when they rotated into the bomb site, they didn't really have a plan of action in terms of how they were actually going to be positioned to help each other out. That aggression in the mid-round was a little bit awkward. Elian's even lucky to be alive still. Almost got picked off while falling back. And a third round from 100PingGods. Little bit sloppy, but it's okay. What's
we like
a good
that.
half these days on Overpass? Still sort of 8-7. That seems to be where it played a lot. It was pretty consistently even at the end of my time.
Yeah.
At the end of our LAN days.
Yeah. I mean, you know, to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't really have a good, ideal scoreline for the CT side, to be quite honest with you. There are halves that, I think especially when you get to the top teams, there are just halves where maybe you catch a heater, maybe you want to run, maybe you have good control of the economy, and your T side is great, and both teams can do it to each other. So I think we're past that point of like an ideal scoreline, although obviously there's some that make you very happy.
Yeah, it is true. It is true, and I feel like that's like a repeat narrative that we like dwell on, but it does help new viewers, I think, sort of contextualize the game a little bit. So I still think it's kind of nice to touch on every now and then. But you're right. At a high level, that's, I mean, I'm sure pro players don't even look at it that way. They look at the overall context of how the round went, and how comfortable they felt. And yeah, there's lots to it. We've seen comebacks happen quite easily.
Got layers like an onion.
And it's just so beautiful, it'll make you cry like an onion. As Smiley takes out Lackey. I don't ever cry because real men don't cry, Jason. 4 on 5. Smiley does survive that exchange, but only with 13 HP. Iceman hanging out in the bathrooms, and Bomb starting to head that direction in the hands of Winter. They'll work toward A. Duke's been out toward long this entire time. Did Crad? No, I don't think Duke was spotting, actually. He was holding.
There's no defensive nades here at this bomb site, Matt. Crad and Nickelback better just get some stellar shots. There is nothing they can do to slow this down or to make this uncomfortable. And yeah, they line up for him. And Crad distracted just well enough. Now that he's burning, he goes down. Nickelback's got one more. Make it, ooh, just 3. But the teammates are here. They've done great considering what they were in.
That's all they could do. You're right. No utility. They had to bait for each other and try and pull aggro. Watch that AWP at the top of bank, though, because Ilian had Smiley getting close, but it was op on op, and it was up close and awkward. And everyone loves a little op on op action, but unfortunately, Entropiq's going to come out on top of that action. As, yeah, that lineup was remarkable. Again, Nickelback hitting shots when he has to. There's no question about that. And there he is on our screen now.
Yeah, just barely making that work. Crad had just like a last-minute distraction that caused them to line up. That caused them to slow down just enough, and this was the only way this was going to work. No smoke to delay, no flashbang to set up any kind of a peak, no Molotov to funnel them into a different pathing. Well done. 4-round lead now for the defensive side. And another buy for 100PingGods with that plant. They've got a full losing bonus as well.
Forster inside sight, smoke down toward Monster, and he's going to look back toward Sandbags. Crad, good push. Haven't seen too much presence from the CTs directly in connector so far this map. But again, it's the CTs having that option, right? You can play long, you can get to the planners, you can hold inside the bathroom, you can get the opera out toward the birthday party. And then you've got connector. I mean, the A side, that access through essentially right here in front of bathrooms, what I would consider sort of the mid of this map, if you want to give it one, is just so playable from the CT side. That's exactly where the T's will take over this time. Now, the one thing about going down toward that connector position is that the rotation point out of it without anyone in bathrooms directly is all the way back through B. And as a result of that long rotation and the timing of this play, means that Crad's just getting back in the site now, and Ilian's had to go rather defensive and turtle up inside of the site. So they're on their heels. And once again, Jason, you said it, there's not a lot of defensive utility. A couple of flashes, but no smokes, no Molotovs.
The hard part is 100PingGods took over all the bathrooms quietly. They didn't have to use any utility to get in there. Just now it's spotted, and a good kill from Elliot, and he sees another one, but it wasn't prepared for that shot. Now Crad is stuck in this position, and he's got no idea if they're coming long. They're actually starting to back away. Forrester's going to hear this. Lackey's going to start moving over towards the B bomb site, but Winter's already out. Winter's already got space, and Winter's already got control. Bomb gonna go down, and I think a near impossible retake, and they're just gonna call it off.
Yeah, I think you have to at this point. Crad took a chance to think that no one was long there, but what a call from 100Ping to actually go back over toward B at that point, despite that, you know, they'd found a kill at long or at A. They didn't have any further information. They'd found a kill at B. Take it. Go. Well done. So it's gonna be 7-4 at the end of this round. AWP still in the hands of Crad. It's getting low. If they keep this op in the M4, though, with Ilian sitting on 4650, they'll be able to force out. Tight buy, though. Again, utility is going to be a factor.
Problem is, they're only getting $1,400, right? So Forrester's probably going to have to drop to an SMG or a FAMAS. Yeah, Ilian can buy himself, and he'll actually probably drop over to a teammate, but he can't drop 2 M4s, just off the mark. So Crad will drop that op over. He'll drop some weapons around. Ooh, actually, he can. He can drop another one. Or a FAMAS, excuse me. Wanted some armor, wanted some utility. So, 3-round lead.
Brad's getting aggressive. Self-smoke, flash over. That's suppressed M4. No tracers through smoke. One or the other. Advantages. Oh, look at that timing. Did they know? They got off the boost in a hurry. Okay, they did. They got an inkling that there was someone that already went through. I'm sure they heard the water push because he went quite quickly. They just missed the headshot timing.
That's tough. You like the temp from Sorrow. Thought he had something. And now, I mean, the attack is so far back still towards Fountain. Winter's going to go really, really late to clear out Blue and Stairs. But Duke and Iceman, again, I think they're just going to continue to walk through the smoke and up bathrooms until they get contact. And unfortunately, Elian misses a shot. So, yeah, that's what they like to find. 1 minute left, and they can readjust. They still have so much utility. Because they're so willing to walk into this main choke point and this main entrance of bathrooms without utility, they've got plenty of it to use as the round gets deeper and deeper. And for Entropiq, you've only got one Molotov on Nickelback. So they're going to split into 2-2 defense, 2 at B, 2 at A. And they're just going to have to play 2 on 4, whichever bomb site is hit.
39 seconds. Nickelback. He's still over at A with that Molotov. So this is a straight gunfight. And unfortunately, Lackey lacks which direction to check. The knowledge was not there. The bullet was straight back in his direction. Krad's gone down as well. Winters certainly stepping up to this game. I just going to double check. I feel like he's very near the top of the scoreboard for his team. He's actually...
Well, I mean, they're all tied, basically.
Yeah,
so you're right.
It's all 6
you're right.
and
It's
7.
just nothing
not
spectacular.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm right. I would just say I'm not wrong.
Yeah, there we go. I like that. Nickelback still having quite the game, following up from Nuke earlier, where he had 30-some, I think 33 kills by the end. He's got 16 here to lead the server. Next closest, again, is Forrester with 11. But man, I feel like Entropiq, they're losing on the CT side the information battle. When they lose that player, when they lose Ellie and they're 2-2, they have no way of finding out what hit is coming in until the hit is already happening. And it's tough to play 2-2 splits that way. But we've seen it all half. 100PG able to march through bathrooms silently. Usually no information gathered by Entropiq that they're in there. They're just kind of making the assumption and playing passive from the get-go. It's like they have these plays. We saw the play from, was it Krad just last round, who smoked the stairs off and made his play up towards Fountain just to peek and see if they get one cheeky kill of someone who's unsuspecting. So they have their plays in like the first 10 to 15 seconds to get a little bit of aggression to maybe find an opening kill. But after that, like there's no middle ground. It's either you make that aggressive play and then you fall all the way back and go ultra passive.
So tactical pause, 1 of 4 in use right now, and game getting close, rightfully so. Time to use it. It's just been it's been with 3 of the last 4 rounds going the way of 100PingDogs, all on bomb detonation. It's been close rounds, a couple of players saving in each of those, but it hasn't been enough economy to get them a full buy to really, like you say, hold off these positions and use that utility. So now it's going to be over toward B very quickly. 100PingDogs, they don't want to let any time to let whatever timeout talk was had settle in, and they're going to go in D. Forrester. He gets caught out by a flash, taken down by a headshot. Iceman gets 1 in return. Winter's going to follow that up as Nickelback only could find 1 himself on the Deagle, but it's still only a 3-on-2. And Alien does have that AWP. Don't forget about it as he finds it from window. Duke goes down, and he's going to rotate back to stairs immediately. Now, Krad has problems because he's only got the pistol to work with, but he can be a pillar in this. Exactly. He's going to boost Ilian up, and the AWP finds a new angle, a new position. Smoke still on the site. They won't be able to spot the plant, but it dissipates, and Smiley's down. That is perfect support play from Krad. He should have gone first for the bait to allow the AWP the shot, however, and he doesn't. Winter has come and gone. It is 6 rounds for 100PingGods.
Oh, that one hurts. To have that ripped away in that fashion, that is a little bit brutal. 4-1 run now for 100PingGods. 4 of those rounds out of the 5 have been plants. They are finding a lot of access to these bomb sites recently, and they have eaten away at this lead. It's going to be tough for Entropiq to get back into it, and now they don't have that AWP in the hands of Elian, which they obviously would have loved to have because they've given it to him whenever possible.
That was such a smart round. I mean, Krad, it was obvious, right? Has nothing to work with, but the ops already found one. They know they haven't planted the bomb, but then just that last little bit of, I guess, excitement, and they both walk out and get clotheslined. As Crad gets aggressive, haven't seen a rock push so far from the CTs. Crad's gonna find the first kill with this and information that there's more there, but they're not aware Soro's got behind. This is huge. They're both gonna fall off lineup. Easy double kill from Soro. Feel like that's an oversight. Bathrooms is so crucial. Good read from 100PingGods to get in there as well as soon as they spot 2 at long.
Yeah. And now this is tough. Now 100PingGods can just toy with them. Look at the fake. Look at the minimap. Lackey rotating away from the B bomb site from all that utility. Nickelback's at long, but he has no information towards highway, towards bathrooms. And Forrester's even rotated all the way over to bank. So Smiley and Iceman walk it in. They're going to get a free site, and they're going to be so happy that this fake worked out the way it did. And again, on this retake, not a whole lot of utility. 1 smoke, 1 flash, but no kit. And I don't think that Entropiq is able to pull this one off. Unless Lackey can make some kind of a special, sneaky play. Oh, and he's going to do it. He's going to at least get the planter, and now it's on.
Would have been great if he could have denied the plant, but you're right, it is on. And great read as well. Smoke in front of him. He knows the only thing he really can do is check behind. Does exactly that. Finds a second kill, and Smiley stuck on the site with an AWP. Starts it off at least to get Forrester. Lackey with all 3. Sneaky indeed, Jason. Well spotted, and that will give Entropiq round number 8. I thought maybe they would go for the save even, given that they want guns to the last round, but Lackey made the call. He went for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he didn't go for that, if he waited and they tried to just do a standard like 3-on-3 retake, I think that would have been extremely difficult. But the fact that he makes that play, he found a gap. Once he sees the barrel of the op and he knows it's not zoned in on his position, he realizes there's a smoke up on short in front of bricks. He's pretty isolated to make that play. He's relatively safe in pushing up along that wall to see what he can find, and obviously he's given some gifts. 8-6. Small mistake by 100PG in the post plant. And it yields some pretty massive results.
Smoke's annoying. Flash as well. Can't get anything done with the information, and the op revealed on the A site. Back to bathrooms. Dynamically falling back is what I call this. Take your first shot, go to the next position. Take a shot, go to the next position. Actually holding the corner. Okay, I think he was trying to run back and actually didn't know that he was in the corner, but you can see it. I mean, this is very standard from an AWP on A that wants to get aggressive, right? You just keep going to the next angle.
Can be hard though. There's I mean, if you can use your flashbangs properly, these angles all have flashes that can take care of them. That one's not the cleanest, and the follow-up peak obviously not great. Duke and Iceman are down. Alien now content with the 5-on-3, wants to preserve the man advantages, so just smokes it off and backs away. Soro's trying to find a timing based off footstep, based off sound cues. Ooh. And now he's going to fall. Okay, somehow these kills have come out across the map. Back into a 3-on-3.
Lackey's still here, though. They haven't gotten a full cell yet. Winter's low on HP. Lackey's got the bomb down. This is what matters most. You're absolutely right. The issue on A, Soro missed his opportunity, and he was spotted, and he's still trying to lurk down long, but he pretty much has to cut either into the site and fully through to the back stairs so that the rotations can't come back in.
Well, he's calling Winter back to A. He's saying, you know, I'm in the bomb site. The bomb site itself is clear. So you've got to know. You've got to know one's at bank or at headshot.
Exactly. And I think he has to clear that now. I think he has to go deeper, because if he doesn't, the low HP as well on Winter and the timing of it, they can still get close enough, and perfectly does exactly that. Crad's going to rotate over quickly. Running tons of noise. Soro's going to know he's there. He's not spotted, but that means he can get by Soro. Bomb planted, but planter down. 1-on-2, and they know he's got to be in the stairwell somewhere. What angle does he get? It's a headshot angle with the AK. Doesn't matter. Lackey ducks underneath. The hero of the last round finds the final one in the half as we go 9-6, Jason.
Yeah, that's a nice little recovery at the end for Entropiq, but you have to say the T side as well was really struggling early on, not having any success. They weren't even getting bomb plants. When you look towards the end of the half, when from round 9 on, there was every round they got the bomb planted except for one. So they finally started to find ways to get into bomb sites, get plants, play those situations after the fact. Whereas in the first part, or the opening parts of that half, they were getting absolutely nothing. So good recovery from 100PG and way for Entropiq to close out the half with 2 wins. You're just tuning in. Yeah.
After you, sir.
I was going to say, if you're just tuning in, if maybe someone kind of opened up the stream just now, just a couple minutes ago, 3rd map of the series. It's almost over. Whoever wins this wins the series.
Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome.
I don't even remember what I was going to say now, so it was obviously more important that you went first.
Nice. Must have had a good point, though.
Phenomenal.
That's my best one.
Yeah, I would say. As Lackey will take down Duke. Smoked off at Sandbag. Smiley. They're going to let Sorrow be up above that and try and find some picks, but they're smoked out of their own territory. A bomb goes down as a result for Entropiq. Nickelback out at Monster. He finds 2 crowds, get the others. And we've got a pistol round for Entropiq. Now, can they convert it? That's the question. We've seen, what, 1 out of 5 converted so far?
6 now.
Well, this will be the 6th, so we haven't seen that
that's
yet.
fair.
So it's still 5. I thought that went through for a change.
Yeah, I didn't. I jumped the gun. I was excited. Well, this was a weird pistol round. That changed places going through short. And when you're trying to retake Monster against those Glocks and no flashbang to go over, you're going to have a bad time. Deagles and a scout on Smiley. Nade forces the scout back. I think he spotted him. I think he saw the head after that nade. Oh, this is good Molotov to clear out the angles. He certainly heard the tick of the flames. Nickelback's going to toss a Molotov deeper to give him the space to clear everything a little bit better. So now control of blue and stairs.
Decent spots. Didn't quite have the crosshair placement to anticipate Iceman being so close up, but still gets the shot back in the meantime. As he had the weaponry to his advantage. Sorrow, meanwhile, back out Deagle toward Monster will look. See if he can spot Nickelback. Get the album on sale. Does shoulder first, and then he can control the peak. He does the same to Lackey. Got the assist, in fact, from Smiley on that one, and he only gets one back. Crad will now do the same. So they haven't lost to an eco just yet, but it hasn't exactly been clean so far, as Duke's also going to rotate around, and Forrester seemingly aware now that he can be coming from that direction. With his teammate coming out towards Sandbags, he should certainly let him cover off the site and watch the door. That's what he'll do, and perfectly executed to make sure his teammates were safe.
Ooh, even some spam coming in. Winter's got to be like, what the absolute hell? He's brought down to 28, and he's going to stick around to the B bomb site while Entropiq goes day. So 11-6. They've done it. That's 2, Matt. 2 conversions.
Yeah. I'm shocked, appalled, and amazed at the same time.
I like it. 33% conversion rate on this series for these 2 teams. I think that works.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, 33.3 repeating, actually.
Carry the 1.
Did you get up your chalkboard to work that one out?
Yeah, I did. Because, don't know how to do maths without a chalkboard. Probably not at my TI-83 calculator.
Nice.
Did it all. I remember teachers telling me that I wasn't going to have a calculator on me at all times. Those were good days. Those are fun times.
Welcome to the world of smartphones. Got him.
11-6. Entropiq taking a bit of a lead into the later stages of this series. Looking to extend their lead. Winter did pick up a Galil at the end of the last round, so he's able to kind of save that rifle and have some element of danger. Something that they can work with, but a Galil is a tough weapon to make work if it's a hero buy.
Yeah, not wrong about that at all. I prefer the FAMAS to the Galil. I know a lot of people say Galil. It just doesn't feel crisp to me. It's like a toy gun. Not a toy in the hands of
what
Winter.
does the FAMAS feel like?
French elegance.
Okay.
I don't have an answer. It just feels like it has, a little more weight to it,
Yeah, definitely not a toy, though.
No.
Definitely doesn't feel like the Clob from GoldenEye.
There's a throwback, you boomer.
Yeah, killing it in those references. All right, 1 player at Sandbags, and we'll hear this door open, obviously. That's going to be Iceman. Sorrow as well, just kind of chilling over at the A site at the truck at Optimus. And Iceman's going to go searching for something. He's trying to pivot between 2 angles, trying to just find a fortunate timing. And Entropiq, as we know, all the teams in this region like to be very quiet and cautious at this stage of the round. So they're taking their time, slowly progressing into the bomb site, not giving any information away. Although Sorrow's here as well. Good Molotov, dotting the T's and crossing the I's, and it's down to a 4-on-1.
Sorrow around the corner. Easy lineup on Forrester, who is preoccupied staring toward the window. They don't need to look there anymore. They know that's not where Soro is, but he will be heading for tomorrow. I think this round over. Get ready for the next one. Entropiq going to find 12 to 6. Wants to take a bit more with him, though. And
I like
loses
it.
his life for it.
Sometimes you got to send a message. You got to take that battle. Show them you're not scared. Op is out in the hands of Smiley for the CT defense. M4s as well. Decent amount of utility and nades are being picked up there. So 100PingGods is going to be pretty happy with this investment with this buy. Entropiq still has a few Galils in play. They've actually still got a Mac 10 or picked up a Mac 10 on Nickelback. He's going to try and build up some cash. So, I mean, actually the buy goes towards 100PingGods in terms of who's got some more powerful weaponry. Ooh, this could be dangerous, though. Nickelback's going to hustle. Close up to the wall, and Duke gets away. Just barely, without taking any damage.
Daddy Duke in the bathrooms. Smiley behind him, looking down toward long. Remember last time they sent 2 toward long and didn't cover off the bathrooms? Or I shouldn't say last time, but last half, when Entropiq did that. Wasn't quite the same setup, and it cost them as Sora was managing to get behind. This time, it's all attention toward B. Bomb will be picked up by Alien on the way over toward B. Crad, they're going to boost. They're going to reverse boost. See toward barrels. Ooh, Iceman. That was a 6 shot, and he was actually at the pillar where they were going to look, so he was anticipating perhaps that they were going to do that.
Oh, yeah, he was ready for it. And he was ready for Crad to come up and try and make some kind of a cheeky play. It's all defense at the moment. 3 kills for the CT side. And some of the Entropiq members don't even seem like they're ready for the fight. Good kill from Nickelback as he backs away and picks up a Galil in the process. 2 on 4, though, and now the op is in position. It's over at Bears. Oh, but it's just giving up the angle. Smiley out into the open. Oh, this is so costly now. Yeah, they're probably still going to win it, and indeed they will. But it did not need to be that painful.
Nothing ever needs to be that painful, Jason. But
True.
it always is.
But it always is.
7 rounds, 100PingGods. They're first of the half, and yet somehow I feel convinced by what I saw there, enough to think that this could get quite close quite quickly if Entropiq's not careful. They'll go into the buy this round. This will be their last buy if they don't win this one. Alien has an AWP to go up against that of Smiley. Like you say, though, very costly in the fact that the AWP was compromised in the last round. Smoke will extinguish the Molotov. That'll allow them to get out and cross toward the park. Alien was even looking for the counter pick for an aggressive CT player, but they won't go past bathrooms this time. And Winter, if I'm not mistaken, is actually down in connector. Yeah, no, he's just outside at water, so good position to be in. He is inside. There we go. See, I can't read minimaps anymore, Jason.
You'll get it. It's like riding a bike. You'll get it back. They got numbers on them, color coordinated as well.
I mean, you say that, but, you know, I broke my arm this year riding a bike, so.
Okay. Well, it's a fair point. I guess I'll have to come up with a different analogy.
It's all right. I wrote it last night. It was fine, though. So
nice.
I'm back. We're good.
Duke. Ooh, good take. You thought maybe Entropiq was going to fall asleep at the wheel here, but these are 2 nice opening kills, and they've got complete control of the round at the moment. The one X factor is the flank from Winter. If that finds a good time, if that can get a kill, a critical kill at the right moment, this hit could be just kind of thrown to the side. Lackey going to try and enter in onto the bomb site. Sorrow's got to hold on. There's a decent crossfire, and Winter never put into play. He might get 1, he might get 2, but not even that.
Yeah, not going to happen. Entropiq find out 13, and just as I was saying, I was convinced by the previous round and the fact that 100PingGods seemed like they had some sort of strategy or at least goal in what they were trying to accomplish in getting map control, just as they did at the start of that round. To be fair, it was a decent setup, but then they just get picked apart, and now they're back to just using pistols in this round. Investment from Winter to get a smoke, some armor out on him, as well as Duke, and Iceman even grabs head armor, which is a bit peculiar considering now that they're up against the AKs and AWPs and you're trying to save money into the next round. Maybe just leave that helmet on the shelf. Alien tries once again. I thought he was going to actually nail the headshot on the second peek, but does on the third, and Duke goes down.
Oh, double nade as well over towards the boost. They know those Deagles are trying to do something cheeky to grab a kill. They have to know there's at least 1 more player there, likely softened up, and there he is. They just walk out monster. 1 more to find on top of the ramp. And Sorrow goes down. Smiley, the last remaining, and the bomb is going to be planted, and the round is going to be won by Entropiq. He's already been spotted out. 14-7, and Entropiq is just 2 rounds away from taking the series.
And Smiley is about 1 second away, less than that, in fact, now, Jason, from going down. Forrester's going to get him. It's 14-7. They've doubled up. Yeah, this is map 3 of the RMR, which is the regional major ranking. I see a few people in chat asking, does the winner of this go to the major? No, they'll accumulate points that will allow them to better qualify for the major, or determine rather who's going to qualify outright to the majors. So, yeah, you can definitely keep an eye on that. And this RMR cycle is pretty much it, because our major's pretty soon, Jason.
Yeah, when is it? It's October?
That's the plan. Obviously, there's a bit of speculation and everything. Oh, wow. I didn't think that there was a lineup there for him to see him. Obviously, that's a GoTV thing, because they quite clearly could see each other. Not even a wallbang needed. That's a great shot to start things off for Ilian. Yeah, obviously, TI got removed from Stockholm. We are still at the mercy
of governance
and discretion of, you know, the pandemic, but we're still a ways out. So right now, I'm holding hope that things will continue to improve with vaccines getting rolled out. So yeah, let's just say Stockholm major coming up soon, hopefully.
We'll say it until we know it's not there.
That's right. I think that's fair.
Well, such important rounds, these last 2, and both of them have started with 2-man advantages for Entropiq. They've been able to find the 2 opening kills. This is getting away, or you know what? It's already gotten away from 100PingGods. Good performance on this yesterday takedown Virtus Pro here against Entropiq, falling a bit flat. And again, it's a good performance from Nickelback. 23 kills, 12 deaths.
Yep.
Elian right behind him at 19 and 9.
I like him. I've been impressed with his aim. I mean, he seems to be able to win duels comprehensively. And more than enough, he's found himself in a good spot to do so. As this time, 100PingGods will be chased from the site. This will be series point for Entropiq achieved with 5 players left alive. I think this one's pretty much done, Jason. 100 Dust Gods, I'm seeing people say now in chat. That's, yeah, okay, fair. I mean, they did beat Virtus Pro on this map yesterday, as you said, so it's not like they're completely lost on Overpass.
Well, yeah, in theory, they're looking like it now, or at least that they're just getting battered at the moment. Maybe it's just some of the focus slipping as this gets deeper in and as they realize kind of the loss is looming, which is unfortunate to see him fizzle out in this fashion. 15-7. And Entropiq have plenty of chances to take this map. 8 of them, in fact. Look at that, Matt. They even gave you like a magnifying glass in the replay.
They did.
Just for you.
And I could still hardly see it. Is it because I'm old, Jason?
I think so. I think that's part of it.
What's the other part?
Canadian.
Oh, I didn't realize that affected my vision. Silly of me. Waiting again to find a similar shot. I think that bullet went through the grass to actually catch him out with a dink. It may have actually just been straight on. What gun was that shot back at him?
M4.
Yeah, it was the M4.
Ooh, I think
it might have been awesome.
Blue's not clear. Prad's doing a good job right now of keeping them occupied because Forrester's probing up towards sandbags. Good spam from Smiley. Lackey finds one as well. And there's Forrester. He had the chance. He had the fight he wanted, but couldn't find it. There's still danger at this B-bomb site, though. Nickelback is going to swing. Double peek from each side of Pillar. And 100PingGods finally starting to hold on to this, finally starting to whittle down this attack. Duke's put into play, and that was close. One-on-one, and it's Elian with the AWP, but he's got low health.
Super low health. One-on-one, and it's gone. Just like that, Sorrow's able to find him on the M4. We survive for one more round as 100PG able to just barely squeeze that one out. It's going to leave them quite strapped for cash on the CT side, though, and still plenty of money over on the Ts. So they'll buy right back into this and look to close again. Like you said, they had 8 map and series points to work with.
Yeah, and I mean, as long as they have rounds like that where they get like 3 to 4 kills, again, you know, that economic pressure is just going to keep building up. It's no fun to try to make a comeback happen when you feel like you barely have the money to fight. Duke Ooh, he's found a gap. I don't think they saw that at all. They're being very cautious in case there is aggression, but I don't think they know he's there. Now, the other side of that coin is the longer he stays here, the less likely it is that he's going to be able to get out, or at least it's going to be more difficult for him to get out.
Oh, he's got one. He'll fight his way out, that's for sure. Duke goes back in, and they anticipated he'd gone further away, but it's Nickelback you're going up against. Nightman is, like we've said, is spectacular so far in these duels.
This is maybe the next evolution too, because if you look at Smiley, he's got a flashbang. Smiley was the guy kind of supporting Duke in that kind of a play, and if he just like gotten that kill on his own and then had Smiley toss a flash out for him, that would have been the play. That could have been a thing of beauty.
Forrester attempting more. Map control toward B. Bomb nearby in the hands of Nickelback. Need to claw back this man deficit. They go down to a 4-on-2. It gets increasingly harder. And look at the CT's position. Great rotation points. 2 in connector. Can go either way very quickly. You've got to consider that Lackey is miles away right now on A. And even if he gets a kill and they want to rotate, they're going to run straight into the CT's Iceman. Very slow. Have to see that from his perspective. Might have been still slightly grayed in the smoke, but usually that favors the man outside of it. And Lackey has Winter. Just like that, they've got a man advantage. They don't know these two are still in middle, though, and they've got to make a decision on which way to go right now.
Well, Smiley and Sorrow, they're making the wrong decision at the moment, adding up towards the A bomb site where Lackey just was. So Plant's going to go down, and this is going to be painful. They're not going to hear the beeps once they turn this corner, and they're going to be sad.
Yeah, that's the beeps going G, G,
G,
G,
G,
G, G. Ah, Sorrow's got Nickelback. Hang on, still enough time in this. It might work out. Smiley finds Lackey still on the flank, and Forrester stuck in the corner. They've totally thrown that right back on us, Jason, and we've been trolled. They've won a rather impressive retake, because you're right, they were on the wrong bomb site to start that off.
Yeah, we've had to eat our words on that one. We'll take it. That's well done from Sorrow and Smiley. 2 opposite ends of the emotional spectrum, and they get it done. 15-9. Still 6 more chances, so no need to panic yet if you're Entropiq. I think they got plenty of timeouts to utilize, too, if they feel like they need to talk things over or settle things down. I think just as much confusion as there was for 100PG to know which bomb site they needed to go to, there was probably equal amounts of confusion from Entropiq of knowing where the retake was going to come to. Or come from.
Yeah, I think that's true, but man, oh man. Maybe it's our fault. Commentator's curse is still a thing, apparently, Jason.
Yeah, but that would have been cool if they won it, I guess.
Oh, Sorrow. Tried to peek out toward Monster. Couldn't spot anyone there. Elian's going to back off as well, though, because that smoke's still in position. He goes for the wider angle so that he can see if anyone crosses back down in toward that sewer position. Crad didn't take a step further, but if he had, Duke would have been waiting for him with the M4. Oh, that's not well thrown. That's a door frame that clipped.
Oh, Duke's going to hear these footsteps. They're moving up fast. They're not even afraid to make noise. Lackey turns the corner. There's the trade. Nickelback does find it. But with so many footsteps, with so much information, it's already caused the rotation. And it's a huge one. Winter, Smiley, Sorrow, all now here at the A-bomb site. 3-man defense for 3 players coming up highway. Nickelback, the first contact, not ready for the peak. Great spray transfer, and Winter's got all 3. 100PingGods gonna get to double digits.
Yeah, that's a remarkable effort from him. Winters looked pretty damn good, I think, throughout from them. Certainly stands out in terms of impact when I think back on the rounds that we have seen. And now it's Ilian all by himself, and he's going to get surrounded, compromised, and nearly got the shot back toward Winter, but a 4th kill for him in the rounds. And you're right, it's 15-10. We're not done. That's what, already 3-4 map points gone?
Yeah. They started at 8, so 3 now in the books. But they've got money. They've got cash. Maybe not for a great buy this round. It might be just a half buy. But they've got money building as the losing bonus also climbs. And like we said, they've got plenty of timeouts. This is just 2 of 4. They've got 2 more after this. So, I mean, they have as much time as they could possibly need to find the right solution.
So we'll sit and wait with a timeout to think about things. And then get right back to it. Look how serious they look, Jason.
Focused. Look at those eyes.
Beautiful.
Intense. Beautiful lashes as well.
Well, man.
Round 26. Yeah, he obviously, you know, goes somewhere. Goes to someone to get that done. All right, short control. Winter is taking control of short water. Duke is going to have first contact. Sees the shadow, makes that easy. No chance of a trade either. He's already bailed out. Bugging out and going home. Ooh, but actually the pace is going to get picked up. He's going to get more pressure on him. No one's going to clear the angle, and a nice flashbang from Winter even blinds Nickelback. And the AK-47 gets put into play way, way too late, and it's traded immediately. So Elian, last one left. Not much to do, just a deal. And certainly going to go down.
Yeah, I think that that was a bit... I mean, the second shot there in that spray for the two in front of bathrooms was a bit... Almost seemed like a bit RNG on that bullet because it was pretty sporadic, but like, yeah, no one even checked it. Like you say, they were a bit optimistic, just running it toward the site. Maybe just want to get this one out of the way. Bomb plant would be nice. Loss round bonus or not, excuse me. Because that would obviously then give a little bit more cash to them and they'd be able to maximize the next particular occurrence. But either way, they'll be able to buy no problem. AK, they might even be able to pick that up. Alien's going to go for it. Surprisingly, it's not being covered. I mean, if he pulls this off, it would be pretty spectacular. They've quite clearly turtled back inside of the site. Alien's cleared all the angles to confirm that now, so he knows he's got a bit of space to work with. Perhaps the element of surprise does spot the elbow, and that should call for the park sign repeak, but they're playing this very safely. They don't want to give anything away. They nearly did. Smiley nearly got caught right there.
Yeah, whiffed the shot. He doesn't normally miss. Nice round from Duke Fisher. Completely blinded was Nickelback. Still, 4 rounds left. We're going to get a tech pause. Oh, excuse me. I am incorrect. Well, we did get a tech pause, but it was solved very, very quickly.
Yeah. I think we're like ready to rip and roll, you know?
We're already back in action. Kind of.
Sort of. Technical pauses in the online era, I think, are kind of like inevitable. In some ways, there's been less like PC configuration issues because everyone has their PC at home already set up, ready to go. You're not swapping out PCs or hard drives or, you know, monitors on a stage at a LAN. And networks, you're okay. So you're at the mercy of your ISP, who's, you know, you're just in a residential rather than having a large LAN center that has a specific internet set up by the ISP strictly for that event. And therefore, why does Nickelback have 230 ADR? These numbers can't be right. These are crazy numbers.
I just go with it. I'm cool with it. Everyone's got everyone's got a lot of ADR.
Yeah, that's my point. That means they're on average per round they're killing like 2 people each, which doesn't add up.
There's like 800 ADR on one team alone. I'm a big fan of that.
Anyway, the point I was making is you know that there are certain things that are compromised, but other things I think that are a lot better in terms of computer setup. But yeah, I'm surprised there's not more tech pauses with internet lagging out or VoIP programs acting up or whatever the case may be. So it's been kind of
well. I think that we're at the start. We've kind of started to get things ironed out. You know, after a year and then some change of this online era, I think everyone's kind of gotten the whole system down. All the TOs know the most efficient way to do it. All the players are used to all the different things you have to do. So just in time for us to go back to LAN. Next week.
Exactly. That's right. Is it next week? That's crazy.
It's Cologne.
Yeah, I knew it was close. I didn't know it was next week.
I think it starts on the 7th, 8th? Something like that.
Something like that. Yep, you're not wrong.
3 players taking long from Entropiq. Nickelback and Lackey moving up. Elian with the AWP covering for any kind of a peek from the half wall. And again, I mean, even though it's pretty quiet across the map and neither side is being really hyper-aggressive, just an over-rotation. Iceman is the only player at the B bomb site for 100 PG, and there's now going to be a 4-man stack towards A.
Smiley's one of the man over here. The men, I should say, as Lackey starts to walk up. at long. Aggressive stance on bathrooms. Winter's got to hit shots. Soro's going to have to be perfect on his rotation back as well, because if they lose that long position, they're going to get completely pushed back out in reverse at bathrooms. Nickelback finds one more. Ilian only able to get one after Winter took him down, and now the advantage firmly with 100PingGods. We're going to see another round. Surely this is going to go to 15-12, and Entropiq, again, they had 15-7 on the board. It's slipping away from them.
Yeah, they had some problems yesterday closing out games against Spirit. They had a real opportunity to just win that series 2-0, and yeah, they haven't really got the closing part of the game down quite yet. 3 more chances. It once was 8, now just 3. Off in the hands of Elian still. They can buy around this. They'll be a little bit light on nades if they want those. Or they could go down to some weaker weaponry. Half buy coming in. Deagles and Tech 9s around the op. Five in a row for the defense.
Any more than that, and I'd start being quite worried on the Entropiq side.
I think you're worried right now if you're on the Entropiq side.
Is that the right answer, Coach? To be worried? Keep that psychology in check.
Well, the players aren't worried. It's the management, the fans. It's all the other people involved.
Fair. Duke's going to start with one. They want to swing. They're going to overwhelm him. That's another gun picked up. That'll go along with Ilian's AWP. Winter's already going to rotate as a result of this as well, and they haven't overcommitted. They could still back off on this. But as a result of that, and knowing that that's a possibility, Iceman's going to take over construction/water position.
Man, again, Duke just all alone, very, very close up in that spot. Just a 1-for-1 trade. You could see him turn to be concerned about long. He had a teammate, Smiley, watching from the bomb site, but that's not the information that he needed. He needed someone closer up. Smiley and Winter. Gonna push Winter up to long. That allows Smiley to rotate over to the B bomb site. It's a relatively safe position if you're a solo defender towards the A side of the map. And now contact outside of Monster. 3 players are here though. Smiley with the op. There's the one pop flash. Op rings true. So does the M4. One final trade, and Elliott's gonna try and back off and save again.
I think this might end up going overtime. This is getting ridiculous now. Still not enough money built up. 13 seconds. They're starting to overthink the rotations back the other way, and they just can't get map control. Really good job so far from 100PingGods on this comeback. And they're going to hit the op as well. Just slightly overchecked it. I don't know if that was 4x3 or he just didn't quite catch it in time that, he was just barely on his screen for a moment.
When you're at that part of the map trying to save with like 8 seconds left, you're just not expecting someone to be there whatsoever. Yeah. That's just it's not even a fight you're even considering. So they're not going to have an op in this round. I think that's actually okay. They've got 4 AK-47s, 1 Galil on Elian, who had less money due to missing out on the losing bonus a round prior. The real story is 8 rounds to close it out. 8 chances Entropiq had. They just have 2 remaining.
Nickelback still leads the way in the server on 28 kills. Ilian on 23, just behind him. Whereas the other side, it's a little bit more tight grouped. Winter's at the top on 21. Start this one off. Forrester down, and that's smoky. Crad needs to get that kill. They lose connector now. This is going to round 30. I have a feeling. I mean, they have not been able to pull themselves back from these deficits, and again they're going to get pinched. Iceman with one. Duke does get caught off, but they know exactly where Lackey is. This round lies in the hands of Nickelback, who's rotating, and he's going to be I was going to say spotted from barrels. He sees the head of the other way. That gives his position up because he tries to go for the headshot. Now Lackey's going to capitalize or try to take advantage of that position, but this is, I'm not convinced. This is Entropiq just falling apart.
Well, at the moment, I mean, 100PG is getting easy reads on them. They're playing a lot of 1-4 defenses. I mean, they had this round. They just had the one player. I think it was Duke who was in stairs, and all 4 other players were at the B bomb site, ready to defend against everything. Previously, they've left Iceman at the B bomb site alone, where they've stacked A with 4 people. So, I mean, they're pretty content realizing that Entropiq is not really moving a lot of players defaulting around the map. It's a lot of grouped up T sides, which allows them to play the same kind of defense. And Nickelback's going to go down here. 15-14, one final chance for Entropiq to close out this map and series.
I mean, that's... Even at the end, I mean, Forrest starts to overthink the fact... Or sorry, Nickelback starts to overthink the fact that he's been spotted, jumps out from bathrooms, runs back down. It's actually a smart play to counter out anyone chasing him to get that gun down, but then just assumes no one else is there. I mean, it just seems very panicky in that point.
Classic, classic B rush.
Yeah, this could be decent. The timing's actually not bad on it. The smoke's gonna slow them down though. Soro just gets into position. I thought they might beat them to the site right there. I honestly thought that was gonna be a chance.
All right, so not a rush. Forrester in short. They're just going to pop through it. Sorrow's got the first one. Important trade. Nickelback, the man of the match. If you're Entropiq, he needs more. He's gotten up to 30 kills. I don't know if that's enough. He's gone down immediately afterwards, and the smoke is going to block out the attacking side.
Crad through, though. This time, finally, they get through a smoke and find the exchange first. As Smiley drops, but Winner's got Alien. It's all on Crad. They know he was toward barrels. Keeps himself elevated. Smartly drops down one-on-one for the match, and he's done it! Just barely. I don't think they deserve that game on tactics in the end, but they'll get it done nonetheless. And that's why 8 series points are so important. I mean, that is a ridiculous scoreline to have come back that far. But it will be the series for Entropiq. That's heartbreaking if you're 100PingGods.
Yeah, that one hurts. That one hurts a lot. That was a nice little comeback that they were making happen. And yeah, you know, you could say maybe they don't deserve it based off tactics, but like, listen, when you're in that situation, you're going to take a win no matter which way you can get it. So well done. And again, another good series from Nickelback. Another good series from him who delivered for his team. Without him, they might struggle more on Nuke. Without him, they definitely don't win Overpass. So a really, I mean, well done from Nickelback and well done from Entropiq to take a good win after a tough loss yesterday. Either way, that's it for this series. When we get back, we're getting Na'Vi, we're getting Simple in the server. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.
Так, самыми опасными в нашей группе, наверное, будут Virtus.pro и Spirit. Ну и Entropiq тоже. Я думаю, в форме достаточно могут показать скилл. Вот. Ну, это 3 команды, я думаю, которые прям опасны. Ну, в принципе, они все здесь команды опасные в СНГ. Ну, на первом, я думаю... На первом месте, наверное, я поставил Virtus.pro, а на последнем, ну, скорее всего, мы. Честно, против К-23... Ну, в закрытых квалификациях было достаточно непросто. Мы, наверное, привыкли к их, как они играют. Вот, а сейчас, я думаю, это тоже будут такие main games, кто больше подготовится под друг друга. Ну, я думаю, здесь просто вопрос в уверенности и в морали. Но именно в этом матчапе против К-23. Я думаю, они тоже немножко, возможно, злые после того, как проиграли нам. И они хотят тоже, не знаю, типа отомстить, ну, показать хорошую игру. Так что, я думаю, там будет 50 на 50. Так, именно против Virtus.pro 100PingGods играют в первый раз. И это будет, да, наш первый матчап. Если не ошибаюсь, мы должны были начать против Entropiq первую игру изначально. И, если честно, против Entropiq мы уже играли 2 или 3 раза, и против них достаточно сложно играть. А вот против Virtus.pro, я не знаю, почему-то нам... Ну, нам кажется, то, что у нас больше шансов, я не знаю почему. Хотя ребята на буткемпе, и... Ну, я думаю, ну, здесь все игры будут плотные. Против Virtus.pro, я думаю, почему-то у нас есть шанс. Так, ну там в той группе, в группе Na'Vi, Gambit, Force, Nemiga и Akuma, да? Ну, честно, я думаю, в группе А будут игры сложнее немного. Потому что там по рейтингу выше команды и как бы и самые, типа, типа их самый нижний эшелон, получается, у них выше, чем в нашей группе. То есть там выше, чем мы и К-23 условные. Так что, я думаю, там ну, будет чуть-чуть потнее, чем у нас. Чуть-чуть. У нас тоже не менее слабые игры будут. Как надо пробить этого турнира. Я думаю, это будет... Я думаю, либо Virtus.pro, либо Гамбиты. Я думаю, так. Я думаю, Virtus.pro очень сильно хочет к этому турниру подготовиться и реально показать свой уровень. Но они могут. Не совсем удивился я этому, но, наверное, удивился тому, как быстро они до этого дошли. Ну, это очень случилось, наверное, резко, потому что они как-то играли там на каком-то уровне, условно, топ-20, и потом раз резко взлетели до топ-1. Ну, Я думаю, ребята большие молодцы. Я уверен, что они вкладывают очень много работы в это, и ну, их работа окупается. Я видел то, что они пошли из открытых в закрытые. Именно в нашей группе, получается, были Киев и... Вот, если честно, мы выиграли Киев. Мы сначала проиграли К-23, потом мы выиграли Киев. Победу над Киевом мы как бы ожидали. Вот. Потом, если честно, я думал, мы снова проиграем К-23 и будем играть за 5-е место, последнее, э, против ханов. Но мы каким-то образом выиграли К-23. Причем, ну, эта победа для нас была очень важна, потому что это реально, я думаю, повлияло на нашу мораль и уверенность. Вот. И, ну, ханы, наверное, думали то, что вот мы сейчас поиграем против 100PingGods, а в итоге они играли с К-23. Я думаю, самое сильное это Entropiq, Forza, Nemiga. Ну, честно, Nemiga, К-23 и нас я бы поставил где-то на одном месте условно. Вот. Forza и Entropiq, они явно наверху. Но я думаю, Entropiq. Так, из нашей группы, наверное, это будет К-23, думаю, потому что мы знаем, что мы можем их выиграть. И, в принципе, все. Остальные все команды у нас сильные. Entropiq, Pro и Spirit. Так, с энтропиками, честно, мы, наверное, встречались раза, ну, 2 или 3 точно. Сначала мы встретились на Gaming, потом на что-то вроде Snow Sweet Snow, и на прошлом RMR мы играли, если я не ошибаюсь. Там, в общем, в целом где-то 10 карт мы сыграли, и типа в основном, ну, очень тяжко было против них играть. Мы выиграли только одну карту вроде из всех этих матчапов. И это был ну, одна из наших самых сильных карт. Ну, против Entropiq будет немножко тяжко, наверное. Именно в поморальной части. Ну, тоже поморальной, типа, немножко уверенности не хватает, наверное, где-то. Просто знаешь, что они уже где-то побеждали, и нужно просто это перебороть. Как-то так. Ну, в основном это скилл. То, что Entropiq нас выигрывали, да, я думаю, это скилл. Они намного опытнее, чем мы. И, ну, так с любой другой командой, наверное. Удача здесь почти нигде не решает. Честно, мы такого не замечали. Но в целом они просто... В основном они играют не так, типа... Не придумывают велосипед какой-то, они играют просто... У них хороший размен, они хорошо стреляют. В целом ничего такого, просто реально хорошая команда, индивидуально.